Hi, everyone. I'm Jane Hoppen, and I am so excited to welcome you to the 2021 Glenwood St. Baldrick's Foundation virtual head shaving event. We know that childhood cancer doesn't stop in the midst of a pandemic. Thank you for being here today, for supporting kids with cancer and childhood cancer research. I want to extend a special thank you to Dixie Halberstadt, who graciously agreed to organize this event and many others leading up to today. Dixie, I know you don't like the spotlight, but I want to publicly acknowledge all of your hard work. I am honored to introduce today's MC. Sharon Delaney McLeod is a true professional and a dear friend. She's an Emmy Award-winning broadcaster, TEDx speaker, media and marketing expert, agency owner, and cancer survivor herself. Sharon is the mom of 3, and that is the title she cherishes most of all. I met Sharon in 2005 at a fundraising event for breast cancer. At that time, her daughter Macy was in treatment for acute myeloid leukemia. I introduced myself, I told her about St. Baldrick's, and invited her to get involved if and when the time was right. Now, on Macy's Honored Kids page, which I'm sure Sharon will share a little bit more about Macy shortly, Sharon wrote, "Macy was born on October 1st, 2004. As a seemingly healthy baby with chubby thighs, shiny eyes, and a smile that could light up a room. She was an angel baby." But on August 5th, 2005, Macy became a real angel. Her tiny body could no longer withstand the horrible side effects and infection as a result of the chemotherapy. But Sharon goes on to say Macy will not be forgotten. Her life had and has meaning. We will not let her courage and spirit be a distant memory. We must be a voice for these children who battle odds that would make most adults crumble. Tremendous strides have been made in finding cures for childhood cancers, but there is still so much more to be done. After Macy's death, Sharon devoted herself to fulfilling her commitment to Macy. She rallied her friends and contacts to support St. Baldrick's, including Niall Hanley, owner of the Hibernian and the Raleigh Beer Garden, and many other establishments which have hosted St. Baldrick's events since 2006. So Sharon, thank you for sharing your passion, your heart, and your precious daughter with all of us. While so much work remains, you have already facilitated tremendous strides in finding those cures for childhood cancers. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Sharon.
Wow. Jane, thank you so much. Our friendship has meant so much over the years, and it was, in my mind, no chance meeting that we happened to meet in that fateful day in May at that breast cancer fundraiser, and then leading to our friendship and then to our joined mission to help kids get a fighting chance. And as St. Baldrick says, to give kids a lifetime. Right behind my shoulder here, you'll see my sweet Macy. That was the last picture that was taken of her before she passed away 4 days later. And so her life still has tremendous meaning, even though it's been now almost 16 years. And so St. Baldrick's has become such an important part of my life and my family's life to continue to honor Macy's memory and to thank all these people who are literally taking their hair off and reaching out to all of your communities for support. You don't have to do this, but you choose to do it. And as a parent with a sweet girl who had to go through so much, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Every dollar you raise is making a difference. And I'm so pleased to be here with you all again today. I hope that this time next year, we're all going to be back at the Glenwood South fundraiser in person on that amazing stage behind the Raleigh Beer Garden with all the festivities and all the fun. And but I want to also tell you a little bit about that with Niall Hanley, who back in 2005, when I first met with Jane in November of that year, she said, "Do you know anybody who owns an Irish pub that might want to host an event for us?" And I said, "I do, in fact. My friend Niall Hanley, who is the proprietor of the Hibernian, does." And so I called Niall and I said, "I want you to come to lunch and meet my friend Jane." And we invited him, and Jane quickly said what the mission was and said, "Would you consider hosting an event at the Hibernian in the spring of 2006? Without a second's hesitation, Niall said, "I'm in. Count me in." I'm happy to do this. He called his friends, who included local radio folks, who then joined in from a media perspective. And so it's now been since 2006 that the Glenwood South event has been happening year in and year out. We have raised, at our event alone, more than $4.6 million. What? Isn't that incredible? We've had over 7,000 people shave at our event. That is just incredible. And I remember by the second and third year, we outgrew the little Hibernian and had to end up shutting down the street and taking our party out into the streets. And in fact, I think, and maybe I'm not sure if I'm absolutely correct, but for at least 3 or 4 years in a row, our Glenwood South event had the top 5 largest amount of shavees in the world. I mean, wow, everybody, thank you so much. Pat on your back for continuing to support this mission. We are so pleased that you all are here with us again today. And it has been a tough year. And for St. Baldrick's, it has been even more critical that we continue our efforts to make sure that we are providing better treatments and hopefully cures for kids with cancer. And with that, I'd like to introduce a video from one of those researchers, a fellow who was granted some of this money that you helped raise so that he can further find better treatments for kids with exceedingly rare cancers that there is very little funding for. So I'd like to have Dr. Michael Deal tell us a little about his work and the mission that you are help funding.
St. Baldrick's community, thank you so much for participating in this event and for uniting in solidarity with the brave kids who are battling cancer. Whether you are a shavee, an event organizer, a fundraiser, or if you have donated to this great cause, I want you to know that you are making an enormous difference. I'm Dr. Michael Deal, a pediatric oncologist and a researcher at Duke University. The funding I received as a St. Baldrick's Fellow was critical in allowing me to be able to continue to do research upon completion of fellowship training. My research focuses on a pediatric cancer of the muscle called rhabdomyosarcoma. And although rhabdomyosarcoma is the most common soft tissue cancer in children, it represents only a small fraction of cancers overall. Because of this, rhabdomyosarcoma is not necessarily a public health crisis that garners significant attention from the National Institute of Health. However, breakthroughs for rhabdomyosarcoma and other rare pediatric sarcomas are desperately needed. In fact, the first-line therapy that we have to offer kids who are newly diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma today is the same as it was in the 1970s. High-risk or metastatic patients continue to have dismal outcomes. In my laboratory, we are seeking to discover new therapeutic targets that control the transcriptional programs that drive rhabdomyosarcoma. With St. Baldrick's funding, we have discovered a couple of co-activators that represent vulnerabilities to this program. We are now testing a new class of drugs that inhibit this pathway in our cancer model systems. To allow important research in pediatric oncology to continue, your support is critical. You are making it happen. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, donations to St. Baldrick's is down by about 35%. When less research is funded, the much needed breakthroughs take longer to develop. For patients with sarcomas and other high-risk pediatric cancers, waiting until better therapies become available is simply not an option. So let's do it. Let's be bold in our approach to make a difference for these kids and their families. I am confident that by banding together toward this goal, we can move the needle, make discoveries, and find better therapies for our patients. So on behalf of my research team, Pediatric Oncology at Duke, and all of our brave patients and our families, I want to sincerely thank you for contributing to this mission. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything you and your team are doing. We really cannot begin to show our gratitude any more than trying to raise more money to help you and your team reach its goals. So thank you so much. And now we want to bring on one of our longtime favorite shavees who has committed him and himself, as well as so many of his colleagues, to our cause over the last number of years. Please welcome Dave Goday, who is representing our top team, our top fundraising team this year. Dave Gaudet is principal of Oakview Elementary School and Team Tackle. So, Dave, how are you? It looks like you've already shaved.
Yes, we did it this morning.
Okay, so listen, thank you so much. Tell us why you got involved with St. Baldrick's in the first place.
Yeah, so this started for me and for Team Tackle, and Tackle stands for Teachers Against Cancer Killing Little Educatees 15 years ago. And when you work in education, it's the most fulfilling profession. But one of the things that's heartbreaking is the longer you work in the profession, you're bound to come across a story of a child who has succumbed or overcame cancer. And so it impacts you dearly because of that relationship piece that you have with the students and the families that you work with. And so that's why I initially got involved with St. Baldrick's. And I've just been having a blast doing it for the last 15 years, been blessed and privileged to work with those at St. Baldrick's, but then also those in the Wake County Public School System in numerous schools to contribute to the fundraising goals and just be a part of this wonderful program.
Well, we thank you so much for your commitment and what you do year after year. And you've seen over 15 years, kids grow up through your classrooms and beyond. Can you highlight some particular stories that really stand out to you over the years of your work with St. Baldrick's and the kids and the teachers?
Absolutely. And you know, so the most important thing is that we started as a teacher group at Ligon GT Magnet Middle School, but now this year we're incorporating Wake Forest Middle School, Reedy Creek Middle School, Davis Drive Middle School, Broughton High School, Alston Ridge Middle School, and Oakview Elementary School. And so the more people that have become a part of the team, the more awareness that's brought to everybody about childhood cancer research, about St. Baldrick's. And I'm pleased to say that this year puts us over $210,000 raised in the history of Team Tackle, which is just really special. On a personal note for me, I started this when I was 23 years old. I turned 39 this past Monday. And so I started off as a single guy looking to help out the cause. But now myself, I have 3 boys, ages 7, 5, and 3. And my first grader, Nick, joined me this year. And this was his first time shaving his head. So that was really special for me. And then I have a rising kindergartner next year. And he already mentioned that he wants to do it too. So we're just going to continue the tradition, continue the legacy. We've been blessed with health in our family, but we know that everybody's not as fortunate. And we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can as Team Tackle and educators to support St. Baldrick's. And my ultimate goal moving forward is that there's close to 200 schools in Wake County. And I would love to get the ear of Superintendent Kathy Moore at some point for this to become a Wake County Public School System fundraiser across the board to incorporate the 170,000 students and get everybody on board, just because it's such a wonderful event and a wonderful cause. And we're just so fortunate to be a part of it.
Wow, Dave. Thank you so much. I had no idea so many schools were already a part of the TAC team. That's phenomenal. All right. How about this? You and I are going to go meet with the superintendent. Let's see what we can do for next year, for 2022, when we're back in person, please God, and we can really have a blowout with all of Wake County schools involved.
I'm in. 100% I'm in. I think that I feel good about it. I've been trying to build it to get to the point where she can't say no. And I think we're at the point now that she can't say no. So I'm in for that meeting.
I love it. And you know, in years past, we've actually had a Wake County school superintendent come and be a shavee. So there is history. All right. There we go. I'm writing it in my calendar. You and I are going to hook up and head down to the Wake County School Board and make it happen. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all you do. And now for your little guy joining in on our cause. We really are so just grateful for everything you do. And now, in case you didn't, now 15 years at it, you are actually ascending to a new level in the League of Legendary Heroes. All right, the League of Legendary Heroes. And if we have some, cue the music. Dun, 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 dun. So let me explain what this is. The League of Legendary Heroes recognizes St. Baldrick's participants who have gone above and beyond in the fight against childhood cancers. You all have completed 3 or more years of service in any voluntary capacity. There are 5 ranks in the league. There's the Squire of Hope, which is 3 to 5 years of service. The Knight of the Bald Table, which is 7 to 9 years of service. Knight Commander, 10 to 14 years. And now those in the 15 years plus service, you then rise to the Crusader for a Cure. So David, I now proclaim you a new Crusader for the Cure. And on the screen, we'd like to share with you a couple of slides that are showing the various members of our event over the last number of years who have ascended to the various levels, showing the continued commitment. So be it known throughout the realm of St. Baldrick's that certain exceptional volunteers have given 3 or more years of their time, talent, treasure, and sometimes their hair to make life-saving research possible. In recognition, the following noble ladies and gentlemen are henceforth and forever known as members of the most honorable League of Legendary Heroes. As you see these names, these folks have really committed to this, and we are just delighted to recognize them today. So will all previously inducted members of the Legendary League of Heroes please raise your hand to be acknowledged if you're on the live stream. We'd love to see you with your hands raised. Thank you so much. You all have earned esteem and heartfelt gratitude from everyone across the land, around the world with St. Baldrick's. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all of your devoted time, service, talent, treasure, the whole kit and caboodle. Now, I would like to, before we move on, to begin the first wave of Shavies coming up in just a moment. For those of you who are just joining us, if you've dipped in a little bit as we already were underway with our live stream, want to explain the way this is going to work with the Shavies. We have what are called waves. So wave 1 are the people who have already registered and RSVP'd, and you have been assigned to wave 1 of our shavings. And then once we are through that first group, we will move on to wave number 2. And so if you feel in your heart right now that, gosh, why don't I go ahead and pull the trigger and let's do this, rip off the Band-Aid, you can sign up right now to be a part of wave 2. So just go to our event page on St. Baldrick's. You can also find the link on our Facebook page. So with that, let us go ahead, and for all of you who are in wave 1, please turn on your cameras and unmute yourself, because I would love to be able to ask you a few questions, to hear about your St. Baldrick's story, how and why you got involved. Let's go ahead and unmute and turn on your cameras for the moment we've all been waiting for. We are going to start with Cody Zane. Man, Cody, look at you. Look at you. You've got all of the things happening, both hair on your head as well as that nice full beard.
Yeah, it's coming off that.
Yeah, are you? So tell me, you are right now our number 5 top individual fundraiser this year. And how long have you been doing this, Cody?
This is my 10th year. I tried to raise $10,000. I got to 5, so I'm taking it.
Nice, absolutely. And maybe for those of you watching right now, let's try to help Cody get to that goal. 10 years. Wow, you were a kid when you started this.
Yeah, it was my first year of college actually at NC State, and my RAs around were raising money, walking around, gathering coins. And I just did it as a fun event, and I fell in love with what y'all were doing. And I've been doing it since, and I started this in grad school, and I haven't shaved specials. So it's going to be a little weird to see myself without a beard.
Wow, that is amazing. So you were a freshman at NC State and you got involved then and haven't missed a year since. So were you coming down to the Hibernian when it was still in front of the Hibernian before it was moved down to the Raleigh Beer Garden?
Yep, I do remember it at the Hibernian when you guys had it out on the streets and everything like that.
Well, this is incredible. We are so thankful for your passion and your commitment. 10 years going, so you're a member of our legendary League of Heroes as well. Now, are we going to shave right now? Do you have someone doing the honors, or are you doing it yourself?
She's right here.
I'm here.
All right. Who's your barber?
This is my partner, Amanda.
Hey, Amanda, are you ready to get going?
Not really, but I'm going to make it work. How do I use this thing again?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Here we go.
That was
Wow. So when was the last time you actually got a haircut, Cody?
Last year.
Last
I
year.
shaved during the pandemic, posted on Instagram.
Oh my goodness.
It's been almost a full year.
Wow.
It's cold. You can already feel the breeze hitting the skull.
This is going to be a great summer cut for you as the weather heats up, won't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Amanda, we appreciate you doing this. You know, the how do I use this? Yeah, we're going to be okay. As you know, Cody, at the events when we're able to have them in person, we have a really tremendous crew of professional barbers and hairstylists who come in to do this, and they always clean up any little extra spots. So we may have to send you to a barber if you need be. But Amanda, it looks like you're doing a great job here.
Don't worry, I've got all my shaving cream ready. I shave it all the way down.
And that's for him to do. This is the extent.
Okay, that would be I don't know if I would want anyone else doing that. Amanda, how long have you known Cody and this mission that he has every year, every spring?
About 3 years. So I've done one in person and then the video last year, but I've never seen him without a beard.
Wow. Okay. So this is really, you might not even recognize him.
Nope, I won't.
Cody, over the years, I assume, especially at the in-person events, you've probably had the chance to meet some of the kids that you're helping. Does anyone come to mind, or a story that you could share with us with over the last 10 years that really stands out?
Unfortunately, no, I'm sorry. I don't, it's been a long time, so I haven't really met many people. I'm typically go and I shave and I peace out. So I think in the future, I'll actually start staying back and kind of talking to more people, but I kind of used it as a go and do something good and raise charity and see everyone.
That's awesome.
I've also shaved my eyebrows in the past for
Lord,
giving out money. So I'd have people do about $100, $200 to get my eyebrows taken off too.
Wow, that's awesome. And then with you, how have you gotten your friends and family's support over the last number of years? Do you share your fundraising page, or how do you go about it?
Yeah, I share my fundraising page. I tell them about it every year. I've shared it on all my social media platforms, and everyone knows I do it. I mean, it's kind of hard to be this bushy one day and come in with absolutely nothing the next. So,
Is that all I'm doing, or am I
Sure.
doing a beard?
I'll do my beard myself.
Okay, all right. Hey, everybody, let's give Cody a huge hand. Thank you so much. And you can also put up your virtual hands as well. Okay, well, listen, Cody, thank you again so much for all you do for our kids, for the research, and we really appreciate it. And let's put a date on it for next year back at Glenwood South in person, okay?
I will. Oh, this is not so good.
All right, we might check in with Cody a little later to see what he looks like, completely hairless on top there. So thanks again. All right, let's move on to our next shavee. I have John, and let me make sure I can pronounce your last name. Age?
You got it. It's Dave. You got it right.
Excellent. I'm so glad. John, thank you so much for doing this. I see that 13 years. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Tell us how you came to know St. Baldrick's.
I actually heard it on the radio station one day. It was on one of the radio stations. I heard them announcing it, and the disc jockeys and stuff were talking about doing it. And I was like, and they were explaining, about St. Baldrick's and telling what it was. And it's like, yeah, it'd be a cool thing to do. And so I found a place, and it was like between the two Hibernians, back when they had the Hibernian in Cary. So the one in Raleigh didn't line up right. So I did it at the one in Cary, and my first year. And since then, I've been doing it with the PNC Arena. With the Hurricanes events. So that's been that's been really enjoyable throughout the years. I kind of hate that we're having to deal with this COVID mess and not able to do that, but it's I'll be glad to be able to maybe one day be able to get back to doing that.
Yeah, hopefully we can get back to it. We've been so fortunate at St. Baldrick's here in the Glenwood South event that the Hurricanes initially came in very early on for our first and second event, and it brought that star power as well as a lot of media attention to get the entire mission about St. Baldrick's out there. And so we really are thankful for the Hurricanes and what they've done. Trip Tracy shaves his head every year. I mean, what a great guy. And then he's able to go on television and explain why he's bald every spring, and it helps extend the St. Baldrick's story. So we're just so excited that you can continue to do this with us. Who's your barber today, John?
My wonderful wife, Gracie.
Awesome. Well, why don't we go ahead and get started with the head shaving? Have you ever done have you ever been the barber before?
I did last year. The virtual. So yeah, I'm not the best at it, but it gets it done. So
it gets it done. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started.
Eyebrows. No eyebrows.
No eyebrows. No eyebrows.
You want to start on the top?
Yes.
Okay.
Get this mess going.
There we go. Over the 13 years, John, how have you enacted your friends and family to support you in the cause?
I reach out to people that I know, friends, family, sharing on Facebook, different organizations I'm a part of. I usually try to take and hit them up for money as well. That's basically kind of the way I've done it through the past.
Yeah, and it's an interesting thing. Some people are like, well, why not run a marathon or do a golf tournament? But that's part of what makes this such a special fundraiser, because by you shaving your head, you're showing solidarity to the kids who lose their hair because of the chemo treatment. And what we love is then you can continue to tell the story for however many weeks it takes to grow back some hair, right?
Yes, ma'am. And my 5th year, I actually did something interesting. I dyed my hair green to try to draw attention to it. So I keep saying I'm going to do something big for year 15, which I've got a couple more years for that. But, anybody's got any suggestions,
I know we've seen a lot over the years of some pretty crazy things that people have done. So that's great. Maybe you can not only grow your hair maybe for plus diet green for year 15. Well, listen, thank you so much. Gracie, you're doing a great job. We really, really thank you again for your continued participation, John. We'll probably check back in with everyone as their complete baldness comes to fruition. I know Cody is still shaving however many minutes later. So, John, thank you again. Gracie, thank you for acting as our great barber the last couple of years, and we hope to see you all in person next year.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all for all y'all do.
Thank you. All right, let's move on to our next shavee. We have Rich, Patrick, and William, who are a part of the Dahl family. Am I saying that correctly? Do I have that correct? Let's see. I just want to make sure that okay, you know what? We are going to change our order to our good friend Keith. Keith Gibbs. Hello, Keith. How are you?
Hey, Cher. I'm doing very well, thank you.
So great to see you, better known as the Raleigh Llama.
Yes, ma'am.
But you are not joining us from Raleigh today. Tell us about where you are.
I am joining from beautiful Napa, California. So a little bit of disc golf, a little bit of red wine.
Very cool. And tell us a little bit about why you decided to join the mission and St. Baldrick's, because you have been at this for quite some time.
This will be my 9th year. I originally, the first year at this event, I was recruited by my daughter's charter school team, Magellan Charter School, which, as we all know, has been a very big supporter of St. Baldrick's over the years. Thank you to Mr. C and everybody there. But then after that, had a couple friends who had kids diagnosed with, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, other acute leukemia, started talking and supporting them. And I've always been willing to help out where I can. So this is a great organization to support. So over 9 years, I'm just under $50,000.
Woo! Big hand for the Raleigh Llama. Keith, that's amazing. And thank you so much. Even when out of town on a little vacation, you've taken the time to join us. We also understand that you created a video for us to tell us a little bit about your story. So let's go ahead and see Keith's video now. All right, you gotta tell me, where were you, in New Zealand or something?
That is a Airbnb property just north of Asheville. It was my 50th birthday. I'm born on March 14th, which aligns to Pi Day. So use the property.
That you see this live video, and you are getting a chance to take advantage of visiting here in the Shire. One thing I know, being as old as I am, Gandalf the Grey, is that the older you get, the more you look for convenience. And one of the things that I have learned, especially over this last year, is it's very hard to drink your wine and smoke your pipe with a beard and hair that I've been growing since the Ents were just sproutlings. The last time that I could actually see parts of my face was during a battle where Bilbo's great-grandfather, Hornblower, battled the Goblin King, and with one mighty swing, cut his head clean off. And his head flew through the air for 100 yards, and his crown came off and landed in a peach basket, thus winning the battle and inventing the game of disc golf all at the same time. So, what I decided to do here on this beautiful day is understand that there are people in the world that need more than we do. And especially the children of Middle Earth, of your country, of your homeland, battling diseases, whether they are common diseases or things that are terrible, like cancer. So one thing I want to tell cancer is thou shalt not pass. I think I need to do something about all of this. So one thing I need to do is remove some of the charms.
I'm an idiot.
And cast a quick spell. Oh, well, that's some of it. But for sure, we need more. So please, go to the link, donate, St. Baldrick's 2021 virtual shave. years worth, a millennia's worth, an age worth of growth. But remember, where there's life, there's hope. Let's keep hope alive for all these kids who are suffering from cancers, who are stuck in the hospital, to our featured kids, to Micah, Cullen, to everybody else. Have a great day.
Wow! How cool was that?
Oh,
That
it was fun.
amazing. Thank you for arranging that whole thing and videoing it. That was so creative, really phenomenal. Keith, thank you. Thank you. Just brilliant. Do you feel
Thank you for all you do.
Are you lighter and quicker now without all that hair and beard?
Absolutely. I have been eating a beard under a mask for about, 6-7 months when it started to curl up at the bottom. So yes, more streamlined.
All right. Well, listen, from the bottom of our hearts, from all of those in Middle Earth and everywhere else, thank you. That was just brilliant. We appreciate it. Enjoy your time.
Thank you, everyone.
Enjoy your time. The Raleigh Llama brings it again. Okay, now it is time to move on to our next group, and it is a family affair. Can everybody please welcome the Hemphill family to our virtual stage? We have Chris, our team captain, Camden, Liam, and Aiden. Hi, guys. So good to see everybody.
How you doing?
We're doing great. This truly is a family affair. Chris, tell us how and why you all got involved 12 years ago.
I started, thank you. Like was said earlier, I heard something on the radio 12 years ago when we were still at the Hibernian. And I had a good friend of mine growing up who had cystic fibrosis. One of our close friends as an adult had breast cancer. And it really is something that touches myself and the rest of my family. I've been active, actually all of us have been active in the Scouts in one way or the other. And so we've told a lot of our friends and family through there. We actually had one of the boys' friends from Scouts join us 3 years ago, whose friend had an adult version of testicular cancer. And so that year we did everything for him. It was a lot of fun. He joined in, got his head shaved. We were all just having a blast over there at Glenwood South.
That's terrific. And it really is such a festive occasion when we go to Glenwood South. And this is also so festive. So we're delighted that you're out there on your driveway. Who's going first?
Liam.
Liam, you've got quite a lot there.
Yeah, the boys generally do not get their hair cut all year long because of this.
That is awesome. And you know what, guys? It's kind of stylish now for the boys to have their hair kind of long, right?
Well, something like that.
And so for the boys, they have been shaving for a long time too. So Liam, is this really your 8th year?
Yes.
Holy smokes, that's incredible. What do your friends think about it?
Usually, my friends usually don't talk about it, mostly because it's not really that different.
You are very to yourself about most things.
Yeah. So you're a humble guy.
Yeah, I just prefer my head, shaved. I've been waiting for this for since I got back into the school because it's kind of hard to read music when you got 3 pounds of hair blocking your view.
So this is a good practical thing that we could go ahead and get rid of this hair.
Yes.
That's awesome. And then let's see.
One year he actually earned extra money by doing a reverse mohawk, which was hilarious.
A reverse mohawk. How long did you keep that, Liam?
Before Dad teased me, and then I was just like, nope, taking it off.
My fatherly duty.
Next is me. Oh my God, there's another cow.
Wow, there we go. All right, so Aiden, you're next, yeah?
Yes.
All right, so you've also been doing this for 8 years, is that correct?
Yep.
Tell us why you first got involved.
Well, my dad, since I was in Cub Scouts, my dad was wearing a St. Patrick's shirt, and I was wondering what it was. And well, that's how I got into it. It's like, that sounds really interesting. Let me do that as well, since I don't like hair.
So, and now that you are a little bit older and can understand the mission, we love that you're still doing this every year with your family. That means a lot. What are your thoughts about the whole family affair and doing this for St. Baldrick's?
Well, it's a good thing since we can raise even more money.
True. Are you still involved with the Scouts?
Yep. I'm actually almost about to age out of Scouts, unfortunately.
And I know the Scouts have always been truly such helpful folks when we have our in-person event. Have you been, has your troop ever been one of the ones that's there at our event on Glenwood South?
My first time participating with my dad, my troop was there, like helping out. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I already know this stuff. Kind of.
That's great.
God,
Chris, you're quite a pro at this, Chris.
I've had enough years doing this. Last year we did it virtually with a location that was trying to do it for the first time in Wake Forest, and they literally called it because of COVID. Was it 4 days before? And so we posted up on TikTok and on Facebook what we did. What's funny is that year I was trying to shave myself while I was sitting in the chair, and I really liked my beard. The rule of thumb since day one was I'll shave everything but at least my mustache and goatee. It's the first time in 11 years that I actually was completely clean shaven. I still look like a chubby 12-year-old.
Well, and so Camden in the chair right now. Even Camden's been at this for 6 years since you were a really little guy. Camden, thank you for being so brave.
She's talking to you, buddy.
Tell us why you keep doing this, Camden.
This is fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Now you and your brothers look like triplets with your bald heads. Chris, you're not going to have to shave yourself, are you, this year? You're going to have some help?
Yeah, me and Aiden will be taking turns shaving him.
You'll be the barbers. That's awesome.
Let's just make sure we don't drink blood.
Chris, are you going to keep your facial hair this year, or is that going too?
I'm trying to keep at least my mustache and goatee. We'll see. My wife is still trying to get me to get rid of all of it.
We'd love to see some videos, maybe that you all could take some pictures and some video to put on TikTok later today. Camden, looking great, looking good there. All right, so now it is our team captain's turn. Chris has been doing this for 12 years.
It's
Really,
been,
really incredible.
An absolutely wonderful thing to do. The events are always fun, and I mean, it's all for a good cause.
Looking good, Chris. Boys, really nice job.
That's it, William.
It's fun as we watch our windows continuing to populate. Cody is completely clean shaven, his entire face except for his eyebrows. Wow. Cody, I have to say, you look like a different person. Completely. I hope Amanda's okay with it. Amanda, what do you think?
I am still shocked.
You have my beard.
Don't want to do it on the other side.
Boys, don't get that here. Chris, what is your wife's name?
It's Tabitha.
Tabitha. You're a great partner in letting your husband do this every year. We so appreciate it. What do you think about all of this?
Oh, I love it. It's a great family opportunity, and I'll get my hair like tucked. I don't take it all off, but I get it pretty short every year.
Oh, that's great. And do you donate your ponytail?
I don't have enough this year to do it, but I have in the past.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Be careful getting around the ears there. You guys are doing an awesome job.
How bad's my beard?
Only a tiny bit cut over here.
That was Liam's fault.
I can make it balanced.
Super job, guys. Well, we'll definitely have to get a family picture there. We're going to move on to our next shavee, but would love, as you guys clean up every last little bit, that we can get a family photo there. I'd love if we could join Victor. Is Victor still here? He was on just a moment ago. All right, well, while we look for Victor, we see Aaron on screen. Aaron, go ahead and unmute. There you are. Hey, Aaron, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Tell us where you're joining from.
Joining from my house in Raleigh.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Tell us how you heard about St. Baldrick's.
My social studies teacher in 6th grade just told us about it and got me to do it. So, I'm back.
All right. So tell us, what year is this for you, Aaron?
This is my 2nd year.
Wow. That's all. So last year you did it virtually as well?
I didn't do it last year.
Oh, but you have done it 2 times. So back early. Okay. So how old are you?
I'm 14.
14. Well, this is fantastic that you're committing to do this again, and you have some nice hair there, buddy.
Thank you.
Who's your barber today?
A lot, so,
Who's your barber today, Aaron?
My dad.
All right, Dad. Thank you for helping out today, and what do you think about Aaron doing this?
Very proud of him. Very proud of him. Love what he's doing. I didn't get a chance, the opportunity to do a lot of this stuff growing up, and this was his idea. This is not me or his mother pushing him to do it. This is something that he takes kind of the bull by the horns on, and so as a father, being very, very proud of him for sure.
And you ought to be. Thank you so much. All right, Aaron, are you ready to lose it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Have at it, Dad. How long have you been growing it out, Aaron?
I don't know.
Almost a year.
About a year. Yeah, about a year.
Wow. Where do you go to school?
Roseville Middle School.
Okay, so you're going to be, I guess all the kids, after spring break, everybody gets to go back in person. Are you going to be heading back in person?
Yes, ma'am.
Your friends may not recognize you.
Nope. gonna be awesome.
Yeah, you're going to be, I love that you're doing this because you'll be able to tell your friends about it and help spread the St. Baldrick's mission.
Yeah, be awesome. And they'll spend a minute just trying to guess who I am. That's
true too. That's true as well. And we really, this is a lot for the fact that, as your dad explained, this is all your decision to do this. So thank you so much. That means you have quite a character, and Mom and Dad, you ought to be very proud of this young man.
Very, very proud.
You look very different already, Aaron. Like really, really different without those.
Mom's taking pictures as this is happening, so
Awesome, handsome young man with and without hair.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you participating and would love if you could, help spread the word. The thing that's really awesome about this, even though today is our actual event, people can still go to your page and continue to contribute to your fundraising total. So we hope that your friends, your classmates, and your teachers will see what a big heart you have, and that they'd be willing to open up their hearts a little bit and help raise more money in your name for St. Baldrick's.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Yeah. Holy cow.
There's some long hair there, Aaron.
Great stuff.
Looks really good.
Thank you for everything you're doing, by the way. We appreciate it as well.
Well, we appreciate you letting us visit in your home here in Raleigh and for everything that Aaron's doing and your family for your support of St. Baldrick's. So thank you, everybody. Big hand for Aaron. Big hand for Aaron.
Good job, buddy. Proud of you.
Good job indeed. All right, Victor's back. Victor, that is one beard. Woo!
Not like the old wizard had earlier.
Yeah, exactly. But you could be right alongside. You could be right alongside. That looks great. So, Victor, this is the second time you're participating in St. Baldrick's. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. I was hoping to do it last year. My health problems ended up in the hospital. Had to shave in the hospital because they had to operate on my neck.
Oh,
on my spines. They go through your neck to do that. So we lost it last year to medical issues.
Well, we're delighted you're back with us this year. Tell us how you first heard about St. Baldrick's.
At a job I was at, friend, he was growing his beard out, and asked him, and heard him telling another guy, about it, and that's how I tried to join with them, but I guess they was in their own group, and got investigated. My daughter Nicole, she helped me to check it out, and it was much easier to just go visit and do it than like this. But I'm learning.
We're learning technology. Everybody's on a technology curve, right? So let's go ahead and get started. Who's your barber today, Victor?
I am. I had a partner that was gonna be here, but he was unable to make it, so I'm gonna do it myself.
Okay. Do you have a mirror? See, or are you looking at yourself on your phone here? Are you doing your head, your beard, all of the above?
The beard, and probably my hair too. I'm just
wow.
I'm really moved by how the young folks, move and shave. That's a big deal for young folks, in the days we're in, to sacrifice, and think of others like that. And yes, it is a lot of hair.
Look at that. You make a little sweater out of all that.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right, Victor. It's pretty amazing, these young folks who have the character and heart to want to do this. And when you're a teenager, how you look is pretty important. And so that's a tell-all, really, to see these amazing young people who are willing to to go bald and do this for the kids.
It really is. And it just brought me to tears to watch the young ladies do it.
Oh, yeah.
That, and with a smile on their face, that is just a blessing, and thinking about all those children, that's going to get helped by it. Oh man, yeah, it's really moving. Really thankful to be able to do what I can,
Yeah.
I don't grow much hair on my head anymore, but
you
started
got
growing
a solid beard.
Yeah, I grow this thing in about 14 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Let me tell you, Victor, the elimination of the beard. Would everybody agree? A thumbs up on that? I'd say so. Cody, I think you look a lot younger too. And John, you're looking slick there. Really slick.
You got it slicked up.
I think some men look actually a lot more handsome with no hair. Serious.
Yeah, I've been asking my barber, is it time to cut my hair? Is it time to, I don't know. I think they just want me coming back for the business.
Up. Are you about ready to go with your head now?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. You're brave doing this all on your own. Vaughn, are you taking notes? Vaughn's going to be joining us in a few minutes.
I've been practicing. I've been doing some trimming on my own. Sometimes I'm not able to get out. I'm not able to get a ride. My medication don't allow me to drive and take it. And,
well, then that's great that you've had some practice. Necessity needing to have this.
Yes, it is. And I want to say, everybody, thankful for you all and your support. You're doing a great job. We appreciate you and we're thankful for you. And may all our journeys be one of peace.
I love that. That's exactly right. I think so many people don't realize that St. Baldrick's is one of the largest volunteer-driven organizations in the world as a nonprofit, because think about it, everyone who's putting on today's event is almost everyone is a volunteer. And Dixie Halberstadt, who's our head volunteer for this particular event, it's a lot of work that goes into doing something like this. And we just cannot begin to thank our volunteers enough for being able to do this. And, as everyone knows, St. Baldrick's business model per se, fundraising model, is events. So when the pandemic happened, what in the world? Talk about a big pivot. Everybody's had to pivot, but really this is has been such a critical thing for us to be able to do these virtual events. And so we're so delighted that you all are here and able to do this for us. Victor, you looking good.
Yep.
You're looking good, man.
Kept the mustache. I ain't shaved it since I grew it.
I agree with you.
It looks great. Hey, everybody, let's give Victor a big hand.
And you guys, appreciate it. God bless you all. And like I said,
really nice going. All right, we have a very special shavee that we would like to bring along now and have a quick chat with. We would like to recognize our top individual fundraiser of the year for our Glenwood South event, and that is Vaughn Hastings. Hello, Vaughn. Hey, it's great to see you. Do you see Jane is holding up your award? Vaughn, take a look at the screen. We've got a nice certificate for you to recognize you for all of your efforts.
What?
Yeah, you're the top fundraiser.
No way.
You are. And looks like you've been growing your hair and your beard for quite some time, yeah?
I had the hair for a year, the beard for 6 months.
Very cool.
Only for a few days though.
So listen, you actually have been participating for 15 years. But what brought you to St. Baldrick's in the first place?
It was very funny down on Glenwood with the re-rise. Saw that. I'm like, man, I hate cancer. I love helping kids. Let's get rid of the hair, save some money on shampoo. And since then, I'm like, let's do it.
That is awesome. As of this morning, Vaughn has raised $7,536. Can we give a huge round of applause? That is awesome, Vaughn. Now, I hear from my friends at St. Baldrick's, i.e. Jane, that you might be putting a challenge out there that if you can hit 8,000 right now, today, that you might wait to shave until September for your birthday. Is that right?
That's on the beard, yes, Sharon. And we are close. I think we got some donations coming in. We'll see. It's only hair, and I hate cancer. Love helping kids.
Love it. So if we can get to 8,000, you'll shave your hair, but we'll keep your beard until September. Is that right?
I'll do that. Yes. That is correct, Sharon.
That's a great check. Now I understand that your barber is not there yet. Is that correct?
He is not. He is trying to get here. He's got another commitment. I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Well, that's
I do have
okay.
the sweet lightning bolt. See,
Oh, look at that.
that's from the mullet the other day.
That's
That's for getting to $7,000 goal. I said I will go Joe Dirt mullet.
That's a sweet mullet right there. Look at that.
Sweet, Sharon. You're exactly on point.
Yeah, you are all business in the front and a big party in the back.
Hello. Thank you.
I wonder how long your beard will be by September.
Oof.
And you know, of course, September also happens to be National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So
I did not know that, but
yeah. So
how can I not do that now?
there we go. So along with your birthday, it's also a very meaningful month for us at St. Baldrick's. And
Exactly.
there's a lot of events that actually take place in September. And maybe this year, hopefully most people will be vaccinated by then. And maybe we can have some of our in-person events. Hey, maybe we have an in-person event for you to come get rid of your beard.
There we go. I'm there. It's the semi-St. Baldrick's event.
Okay, so we just refreshed your fundraising page, Vaughn, and we've raised more money. We're just $338 away. Hang on, I'm running over to your page right now. I'm going to put in some money myself. Hang on, Vaughn.
Don't do that, Sharon. Don't do it.
Yes,
My wife will kill both of us. We do have some.
These things. There you are.
We do have some corporate matches coming in, so.
All right. Well, okay, here we go. Let's see. I would love to be able to help out. Here we go.
You know, if you want to go big, Sharon, I'm like not far from $60,000 since I started this.
That's amazing. I don't know if you heard at the very beginning of our broadcast today, Vaughn, but since 2005, our event has raised more than 4.6 million. Isn't that incredible?
Can I write a check and you hold it until after I die?
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll just keep doing what you're doing right now. How about that, Vaughn?
I will do that as long as I can.
Okay. We're getting closer. Refresh Vaughn's page. Let's see. Can we get there? We're almost there. You say that you think you have about $150 coming in a corporate match.
Yes. Hold on.
Where are you, Vaughn? Are you on the coast?
I am in North Myrtle Beach.
North Myrtle Beach. That's right. That's right. We appreciate you still coming.
I'm sorry?
I think you're over. You're going to be over the 8,000. So that beer, just hold on to it. It's not. You got Facebook and you're mad.
Wait a minute.
You're gonna hit your goal.
Close up. Say again.
You're gonna hit your goal, Vaughn. We're gonna be over 8,000. So let's go ahead and keep that beard, and let's plan to make a really cool event in September. I would have to imagine that we'll be able to put together something in person in Raleigh, as long as everybody is vaccinated and we can safely do it. We should have a really cool thing going on for your beard come September. Celebrate your birthday and National Childhood Cancer.
We can do that, and that is also for my hometown little buddy, Mighty Max Brown, little cancer fighter that is a lot braver than I am.
Mighty Max!
I will be the Mighty Max shirts. I'll tell you the full story September 5th on my birthday.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm not sure if we should hang on for your barber, but the fact that we've already achieved a really great fundraising goal so far today, I think we would
stuck
be
in a drive-through getting some Chick-fil-A.
Jane, I'd love to know, get a little guidance if maybe if we should hang on and wait, or if we should maybe let Vaughn go, and maybe Vaughn, what you could do is maybe get some video of yourself.
Yes.
Get someone to hold the camera while your barber is shaving your lovely mullet.
So we could be
Absolutely.
It's a shame.
Post that video too. Absolutely. I just wanted to say,
do not wait on me. I will let you know.
Okay.
But thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
Wow, it's always great to see you.
Go kids!
I just wanted to check and see if we had anyone else join us, or does that wrap up our shavies for today?
I think that might be everybody, and that's okay. And if anybody wants to continue to shave or shave another time, and then email us your photos, your video, we'd love to share that with everyone. The fundraising does not stop after today. It continues 365 days a year, right? We don't ever have to stop the fundraising. All right, Jane, I think that we do have, as we wrap things up, we do have a really cool video that we'd like to share with everyone. Are there any notes or anything we want to share before we show this video, Jane?
I'm actually going to toss it to Dixie real quick and see if there's something that she wants to share, and then we can move into Scott's video. Absolutely.
Hey, Dixie, say hello to Dixie, everybody. This is our amazing volunteer event coordinator who has put this all together with the folks from St. Baldrick's to make today happen. Dixie, thank you for everything you do.
Oh, thank you, Sharon. You've done a great job being our MC. I'm very honored that you joined us. Just love you and everything you do. I always keep Macy in my heart.
Thank you.
To just say, everybody looks fantastic. Even if you haven't quite shaved yet, Vaughn, that's one fierce mullet. I did want to take a moment to say a few closing remarks. I do not need to focus on the past year. We all know it's not been a good one. It has been a challenge, but there have been some really wonderful things that have come out of it. And a lot of people have adapted. We appreciate every one of you who has come and joined us today, as well as those who couldn't be here, who did their own individual shaves, either virtually, in their backyard, in their living rooms, in their salon chairs. Each and every one of you has done a great job to continue to support St. Baldrick's, and we cannot thank you enough. Speaking of people who cannot be here, or actually where we cannot be, I would like to recognize Hibernian Hospitality Group and the Raleigh Beer Garden. I miss being there as much as everyone else. But despite the challenges they faced, they have done a great job supporting us in our efforts this year. Many of you have come down and picked up your t-shirts there. Don't worry if you've missed out, we'll have another opportunity. But they've also run menu specials and drink specials. So we really appreciate their continued support and their willingness to adapt what they do to help us out. It's not too late to go down to the beer garden and have the special St. Baldrick's cocktail if you're interested. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the St. Baldrick's Foundation, not only for their continued fight in fighting childhood cancer, their continued lobbying efforts and increasing funding through Congress, but going right down to hosting our event today. We do have a few official St. Baldrick's representatives here. So if you guys could give a quick wave to everybody. That's Dane and Aida and I'm sorry, special events. I missed your name. I'm so sorry. Thank you. We do have an army of volunteers. It's not just me. I am not a solo effort. So a big shout out to all our volunteers who have helped with organizing, planning, helping out with little mini events such as Magellan Charter School. And a special shout out to Jane, who is also with St. Baldrick's. She has been involved with the Glenwood South event since its inception. So it is on her shoulders that we have built such a great event. Again, thank you to Sharon. One of my goals this year was to make each and every one of you feel special for the special time you have given us. Sharon, great job making everyone feel special. And finally, each and every one of you online today. We wouldn't be here without Shavees. We wouldn't make the progress we've made without the Shavees. So thank you, thank you, thank you for your continued support, your time, your effort, and your hair. I wish all of you a great year, and I look forward to seeing you in person in 2022 for an even bigger and better event. A round of applause to everyone.
Hi everyone, my name is Scott Lamfesti and I'm 12 years old and from Cary, North Carolina. I'm also a cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia when I was 3 years old, and I went through 3.5 years of chemotherapy at UNC Cancer Center. I was diagnosed a week before Thanksgiving, and that marked the beginning of countless hospital visits full of bone marrow biopsies, blood transfusions, platelet transfusions, and chemotherapy. I also took several drugs like cytarabine, dexamethasone, leukotriene, methotrexate, and thioguanine, just to name a few. Kids shouldn't have to spend more time in a hospital than on a playground, but that's the life for many kids with cancer. I often felt tired, nauseous, and weak, and I lived in a bubble for 3.5 years. The isolation that the world faced this past year because of the COVID-19 pandemic is like a glimpse into everyday life for kids with cancer. There's a lot of mask wearing, sanitizing, and isolation because of our weakened immune systems. Emergency room, and oftentimes a lengthy hospitalization. My life was anything but normal for 3.5 years, and I understood that it was important to avoid any setbacks in my treatment. By the time I finished treatment, I actually taken more than 1,500 pills and been on chemotherapy for more than half my life. I understand that this was all very hard, but as hard as it was, I understand that I'm also very, very lucky to still be here. Someone with a second chance at life at 12 years old. And I'm so grateful for all the experiences and memories I've been able to share with my family since finishing treatment. Childhood cancer is the #1 disease killer of kids in the U.S., and I've known so many kids who have died to this awful disease. We need help to change this, and I want to thank you personally for being a part of the solution. What you're doing today is more than just a shave or a haircut. You are providing kids with cancer more cures, better treatments, and the hope of being able to go on and live a happy and healthy life, and that's priceless. So on behalf of kids like me, we thank you so much for your support and our fight against childhood cancer. Thank you.